Today we will be looking at a Forex day trading strategy. Who am I? I am DP Roberts, and for years I've been testing hundreds of strategies and indicators, and I'm testing more every single day. I've compiled all that information into spreadsheets and used it to create a profitable trading strategy with a custom indicator. And we have an amazing community over on Discord where we help you become a profitable trader. If you are interested in getting access to the spreadsheets of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested, as well as a free trial to our custom indicator, you can just sign up for our Patreon down below. Alright, as I said, today we will be looking at a Forex day trading strategy. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 278 different strategies with 85 of them being winners. The best one so far was able to achieve an 87% win rate. That was achieved using the Academy of Forex indicator. And so far since we've been keeping track, it has outperformed 168 of the other strategies that we have put it up against, every single one so far. We've also tested a total of 1,005 indicators with 422 of them being winners. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing a Forex day trading strategy. And so those of you who know will recognize this indicator. So this is actually the Academy of Forex indicator, the one that I speak about in every single video, the one that I use to do the kind of heads up test between whatever strategy I'm testing on that video and so on. And so a lot of people have been asking for a little bit more information about it, a little bit of a sneak peek into what it is and how it works. And recently I have developed a more rigid set of rules to use the Academy of Forex indicator that will ultimately make it far easier for new traders or even traders who have been doing this for a while to use the Academy of Forex indicator and be profitable with it. And so instead of allowing people to use it in a general manner as they kind of see fit and not setting hard rules, I figured it's best to finally pin down some really hard rules to set in stone, so that way people have no speculation on how to use the indicator. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. What I'm going to do is, in the new rules, there are 3 different ways to take profit depending on which way you want to do it. All of them are profitable, but this one is going to be the most profitable way. And so I feel like this is probably the better one to show. And so we're going to skim through this relatively fast. I'm not going to go through every rule that there is, because I'm making a more thorough breakdown video of that is given to anyone who gets access to the indicator. And so I don't feel like those of you who don't have access need to know every single rule and go through a 30-minute video of how to use it. So we'll just skim through it relatively fast. So the first indicator, obviously, that we have on screen here is going to be the Academy of Forex indicator right here at the bottom. I do have it kind of set up specifically for the way that I use it. And so, again, I won't go into depth on that because I do that in the guide video. The second indicator we have on screen is going to be the ATR bands indicator. And so if you just type in ATR bands, and the link to this specific one is in the new updated guide, but still, just click on the first one right here by Magpie, and add that to the screen, jump into the settings. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the ATR period to 100, the ATR band scale factor to 0.5. Then we're going to change the take profit scale factor to 2. Jump into the settings, and what I did was the upper band I turned to green, the lower band I turned to red. Then the 2 take profit bands I turned to purple color, and about 50% opacity, around 70% on the green and red. So now that we have that in place, what we are looking for a long trade is we are looking for when the MR line right here, this line, dips below the negative 6.5 area. And so basically this kind of gray area right here, when it comes down into it, that is when we are starting to look for a long trade. And we pick up the first buy signal right here. Now, one of the new rules is that the first buy signal is where we set our order and we leave it on that signal. Now, once the signal bar closes, that's going to be locking, that's going to lock in the buy signal. And at that point, what we're going to do is, let's see, get that back in focus there. What we're going to do is we're going to use the ATR bands right here. So I'm going to move that green line. We're going to set a buy stop order right here. And this is going to trigger in when price reaches that level. And what we are going to do is we are going to set our stop right here. You can see these kind of spikes to the downside right here, the latest pivot, if you will. We're going to set our stop right here. So you can see that I have an order already set up right here in that way. So right there. And you can see that price comes down. It doesn't trigger into the order. It then just kind of bounces around here and finally comes up, pushes up right here and triggers us into the trade. Once it triggers us into the trade at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to have kind of a dynamic stop in this case. And this is going to allow us to maximize the amount of pips or percentages that we can gain from using the strategy. And so what we're going to do is as price moves up, I'm going to trail my stop this distance right here. The distance of this entry to the stop is going to be 49.9 or 28%. I'm going to trail that up as price is moving up. Once it gets into a plus 5 pips, so once the stop is now past our entry and into the green by 5 pips, I'm going to stop moving it. And I'm going to just let this trade play out. Either it's going to come down and hit my stop for plus 5 pips. We earn a little bit. Or it's going to trigger us out on the take profit signal. And that's going to be when the MR line crosses up above the positive 6-5 zone. This one right here, this kind of purplish gray color. And it does so right here on that big red purple bar. And so you can see right there that this is going to be the difference from using kind of the standard set take profit would have been a 40% or a 40 pip gain in this particular case. And instead we got 118 pips altogether out of this trade. Well, 116 it looks like actually. And so but significantly better. You can see that we more than doubled. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the short trade right here. So just like before, what we are looking for is when the MR line breaks to the upside this time, because we're looking for a sell signal. MR breaks to the upside and we pick up the first sell signal right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to set a sell stop order. We're going to set it right here at this red line, this red ATR line. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set our stop right up here at this last pivot. You can see these spikes to the upside. It's going to be where our stop is in place. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to wait and see what happens. Either the rules invalidate this and we cancel this order before it gets triggered in, or it comes down and gets triggered like it does right here. We get triggered into the trade. See again, there we go. Adjust that a little bit. I think my numbers are probably going to be off just a tad bit there. Anyway, so we get triggered into the trade just like before. I'm going to trail this stop amount all the way down until we get plus 5 pips. Once it hits plus 5 pips, we're then going to set it and basically forget it. We're just going to wait for the price to either stop us out at that 5 pips or come down, and we're going to break to the downside this time with the MR line. And you can see that that actually takes place right here. And so you see that we go from 53 pips gained to 223 pips gained. And so significantly better results. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the numbers on this. And so what we're comparing this to is we're comparing the stop method or the take profit method number 2 to the take profit method number 3 in the new rules. And so the take profit method number 3 is this one right here that I just showed you, and it has better gains on the account overall. Little bit less or right at the same amount as far as a win rate, but like I said, better gains overall. The take profit number 2 is more of a kind of rigid. You're taking a very specific risk reward ratio versus this dynamic style stop. And so you can see that this was 53 pips would have been our gain from the take profit method number 2. 223 would have been our pips gain from the method number 3. So method number 2, 53, method number 3, 223. Get those numbers a little mixed up there. And so on the, we did 40 trades is kind of the baseline I was just going for. Don't know why I didn't get to 50, but that's okay. We're just kind of showing the difference over the 40 trades, what you could achieve using the method 3 versus the method 2. On the method 2, we had a gain of 1,176 pips, and on the method 3, we had a gain of 1,369 pips. And so not a massive difference, but definitely a difference in the amount gained. And so when you look at the overall monetary gain in this case, $7,800 on the method 2 versus $10,548 on method 3. And so again, not a massive difference, but definitely a noticeable difference and a better way of using this strategy. And so I think this is definitely a better way to use the Academy of Forex Indicator, and I think that this is definitely going to allow people to really have far better success with these rules. And so if you're interested in the Academy of Forex Indicator, you can get a free trial when you sign up for our Patreon down below. Once the free trial is over, it's only $15 a month to maintain access to the indicator. You do have to maintain your Patreon status, but still super cheap for a profitable, efficient trading system. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the weekly signal. So this is using the Academy of Forex Indicator on these 4 Forex pairs and this one crypto coin. This is on the 30-minute time frame. Each week we are keeping track of the trades the Academy Forex Indicator has signaled. And so this last week, well, not the last immediate week, but the week before that, we did 12 trades on the Forex pairs. We had 7 winning trades, 5 losing trades, a 58% win rate, would have been a gain of $450. On the crypto coin, we had 4 trades, 4 winning trades, a 100% win rate, and would have been a gain of $2,400. At the, for the weekly total, we would have been up 2,850. The 26-week total, we would have been up $42,610 over 204 trades. You can see more strategies or more stats on the strategy here and the growth of the equity there. And so really good stuff from the Academy of Forex Indicator. All right, so that's it for this strategy, and we will move on to the next video from here.